The Stork and the Clever Crab, a tale of wit and survival for kids in a quiet village. There was a beautiful pond where fish of all sizes lived happily. The pond was surrounded by lush trees, and its clear water sparkled under the sun. It had always been home to many creatures, including a proud old stork who once ruled the skies and was a master at catching fish. But as the years passed, the stork grew older and slower. His wings were tired, and his sharp beak couldn't catch fish as it used to. Hunger gnawed at him, and he grew desperate. One day, as he watched the fish darting playfully through the water, a sly idea crept into his mind. "I'll trick them," the stork whispered to himself with a wicked grin. "If I can't catch them, I'll make them come to me." The next morning, the stork perched sadly on the edge of the pond, sighing deeply. The fish, curious about his strange behavior, swam closer. "Why are you so sad, Stork?" asked a little silverfish. "Oh, dear friends," the stork replied in a sorrowful tone, "I bring terrible news. I overheard the farmers talking yesterday. They plan to drain this pond to grow crops. Soon, this water will disappear, and all of you will have nowhere to live." The fish gasped, panic rippling through the pond. "What can we do?" they cried. The stork pretended to think hard before speaking. "I know of a large, beautiful tank far away, a safe place with cool, clean water and plenty of food. I can carry you there, one by one on my back." The fish were overjoyed. "You would do that for us?" they asked gratefully. "Of course," the stork said, bowing his head. "I want to help." One by one, the fish eagerly volunteered to be carried to the new tank. But instead of taking them to safety, the cunning stork flew to a large, sharp rock by the river. There, he devoured the fish and tossed their bones onto the ground. He returned to the pond with a fake smile, telling the others how wonderful the new tank was. Days passed, and the number of fish in the pond grew fewer and fewer. Then one day, a wise old crab approached the stork. "Stork, please take me to this new tank," the crab said. "I, too, wish to be safe." The stork hesitated for a moment, but then licked his beak. "A crab will be a nice change of flavor," he thought. "Of course, my friend. Climb onto my back, and I'll take you there." The crab carefully climbed onto the stork's back, his claws gripping tightly. As they soared through the air, the crab admired the view, but soon he noticed something strange. Below them, he saw a sharp rock covered in shiny fish bones. His sharp eyes widened. "This is no new tank," the crab realized. "This stork has been lying to us all along." The crab tightened his claws around the stork's neck. "You tricked my friends," he hissed angrily. The stork squawked and flapped his wings wildly. "Let go. You'll make us both fall." But the crab held on tighter, digging his claws deeper. "Not until you pay for what you've done." With one final squeeze, the stork fell limp and crashed onto the rocky ground. The crab carefully climbed down and looked around. Fish bones lay everywhere, a sad reminder of the stork's betrayal. The crab hurried back to the pond, where the remaining fish anxiously awaited news. "What happened, crab?" they asked nervously. The crab raised his claws proudly. "The stork lied to us. He was taking the fish to that rock and eating them. But don't worry, I put an end to his wicked plan. He won't harm anyone again." The fish cheered, swimming in circles with joy. "You saved us, crab. You're the cleverest of us all." From that day forward, the pond creatures learned an important lesson. No matter how big or strong someone seems, a sharp mind is the greatest strength of all. The crab became a hero, and the fish learned to trust their instincts and stay united against tricksters. And as for the stork, his story served as a warning to others. Greed and lies will always lead to downfall.